Welcome back to Networking Squared. We have our photographer in the booth, and I'm going to let Al introduce him. I do want to ask you to give us a call. Let's talk about networking. Let's talk about the Chambers of Commerce. 1-800-923-9385 is the studio number. Please give us a call. And Al, who do we have in the studio today?
Well, it's really cool to have Bob here. He has one of the most ingenious names. I love this. It's getshotbybob.com. Bob D. Tommaso, who is one of the best photographers I've ever seen, and it's something where he's always around, and he helps us out a lot and stuff with Local Business Network. And so I would like to introduce Bob D. Tommaso. Welcome, Bob.
Hi, thanks a lot. I'm having a good time here. I got a lot of fun pictures already, and I'll be posting those shortly.
All right, we're going to get those on our Facebook site, and we will also get those up on our website as soon as we get that up and running.
It's coming. It's coming pretty quickly. Bob, so tell us about your business, bud.
It's a photography business. My logo is getshotbybob.com, and I say for a price, I'll shoot your relatives. I specialize in family portraiture, weddings, event photography. I like to capture pictures that show people looking like they really look.
And I know that I've probably shots that you've taken I've been using as my profile pictures for the last year and a half. I'm always liking them. I'm always liking the pictures because you always make me look way better than I really do.
I've heard that from everybody except Alexa. So, Alexa, if you're out there, I know that you hate getting ambushed, but you always look cute.
All right. So, Bob, again, tell us about the types of things you're doing right now and what kind of business you're looking for currently.
Right now, we're real big into fall photography, families getting pictures out in the fall color, and we just made a big investment in Christmas card templates and backgrounds and that type of thing. So we're gearing up for the Christmas season. We've got die-cut cards and a big variety of Christmas cards that I think people are going to really enjoy.
And Bob, if people want more information, how can they get a hold of you?
Getshotbybob.com.
I love that. And a phone number is?
248-941-4859.
All right, well, we're going to let Bob get back to shooting some photos in the studio. Maybe we'll get him back on for the last segment. We appreciate him here, and he is part of our Local Business Network family, and he's always out shooting photos of all the events, and we certainly appreciate him, don't we, Al?
I do, and it's something where I love you'll see his green Jeep that says "Get Shot by Bob." If you see that around, give him a howdy.
Yeah, no, he's not Italian, so... All right, let's get to chambers of commerce, and are they necessary, and are they a part of networking? Are chambers really networking, Al?
They are, but you have to take it in the context that it is. People network because they belong to the chamber. They join a chamber of commerce, and that's an extra tool. But it's a situation that, in many cases, there's no training, there's no teaching on what to do once you're in.
All right. We have how many partners with the chambers in the Detroit area?
Right now, with Local Business Network, there's 25 different chambers of commerce that we have relationships with because they understand how critical it is for their members to understand, and we understand how critical it is for our people to be able to have chambers of commerce to be able to associate with.
Being with Local Business Network or a networking group, you are working with your key people, whether it be 15, 20, 30 people in your networking group. And those are the people that you establish long-term relationships and deep relationships with that know exactly what you do. The chambers of commerce are so important, and they are an ally to that because the chambers then give you a link to your local community, and they give you a face in the local community.
Right. I think that's something where you have to look at these, and this is one of the reasons that Local Business Network is unique, is that we don't see this as an adversarial relationship. We see this as a tool. We see that the relationship that you have with your chamber, the relationship that you have with Local Business Network, and then expounding that into Facebook, expounding it into LinkedIn, using all these other tools. These are all things that need to come together. And once you put them all together, you really create some dynamic opportunities.
Well, when you're out there networking at the chamber events, and we recommend that you get involved in your local chamber so that you can be out at the events, that's where you're going to meet some of the larger movers and shakers in the community. There's certainly going to be the political side of it, of both spectrums, or all three spectrums, however many we have today. that are going to be involved in the chambers because they've got to get their messages out. So you're going to meet some of the large banking, the large insurance industries, retail. They are all involved. So get involved with the chamber. We work hand in hand. It is so important.
I mean, so much so that we have relationships and we've negotiated that if somebody belongs to Local Business Network and they choose to join a chamber, there's a discount. Same thing. As a chamber member coming to our organization, there's a discount. We want to encourage that. We want there to be some rewards for that type of thing. And Jerry, another thing I do want to bring up with the chambers is the ambassador programs that most chambers have.
You can be a part, you can get on their ambassador list, or you can become an ambassador for them, and then you actually get to talk to some of the very first people that get involved with the chambers. As they bring in new members, your job is also to help bring in new members to build the chamber stronger and larger.
Right, and I know in some chambers they're actually allowing you to put in your own promotional pieces in their new member packages. I've been an ambassador in a couple different chambers, and it's been an amazing thing. And I would say if it's something where if you're looking to maximize your exposure with your chamber, become an ambassador, help the chamber, and at the same time, you're able to help yourself and get yourself more exposure.
We've talked about networking, and we're going to be doing a lot of talking about networking. I do want to emphasize that it is a lifestyle. You just don't do it once or twice a month. When you're networking, it's an absolute lifestyle. You are ingrained in helping people connect. And I know that when people first get involved, they may go to their first chamber event. It's pretty intimidating, isn't it?
It can be terrifying. I remember my first one, and it seems like it's very cliquey. But what you have to understand is once you take a step back, and really, again, the point is focusing on the people that you want to be talking to. That's the key thing that you have to do. It's not worrying about the 50 people that are standing there. It's listening to what they're saying and identifying the people that you think can help you, and those are the people that you want to approach. When
I talk to people and they're asking, well, how do I get trained to do this? Well, when you walk into an event like that, you have to remember in your mind that it isn't cliquey. And these people aren't, they're not arrogant, or they're not, think they're high-end business people. Every person there wants you to walk up, introduce yourself, do a pretty decent 60-second, pass a card, see if you guys have the energy between you, and then set up that one-on-one.
Right. That has to be the focus. It's not about going there with your buddy, hanging out, having a cup of coffee, and walking out of the place. It's about listening, identifying somebody that you want to have another conversation with, exchanging business cards. And what I always do, what I recommend is that when I get those business cards, as soon as I get back, I'm going to Facebook, I'm going to LinkedIn, and I'm sending invitations to each of those people so that it allows me to be able to firm up that relationship even quicker.
So when we're talking about follow-up, would that be part of the follow-up for a chamber event?
Absolutely. Again, people have this shoebox of business cards. Why? Why do you have all these business cards? How are you ever going to reference them? In my eyes, it's something where I'm going to open that relationship up using the social media. That's why it's there. And it makes things so much easier to be able to recall, to remember, and to educate people more and more about what you do for a living.
I would agree with that. How long should you wait, or how soon should you be doing your follow-up if you're going to do a phone call follow-up?
I think it's something where you should set the expectations right at the time. I think when you're exchanging that business card, you should set expectations to say, I'm going to contact you in the next day, in the next 24 hours, whatever the situation is.
All right, I agree with that. Now, for us, Al, for Networking Squared, do we teach these kind of things?
We absolutely do. That's what's our lives. It's what we eat, drink, and sleep every day.
We talk about it from morning to night. We're always trying to help people on how to network, because when we got involved in this, it really didn't seem that people knew how to do it.
Right. Or they weren't taking the time, or I don't know. It was just something where I really found when I first started that people were there more for social. And then you ask how their business was, and they said it was poor, but they didn't understand why. And that's really what we're trying to do, is we're trying to make that difference. We're trying to teach people the things that they need to be doing so that they can help their business. And again, this is all about helping Southeast Michigan grow.
Well, we want to help the small business people in growing. We want to work as Al and Jerry O and Networking Squared. We can come to your business, your organization. If you have a service group that you would like for us to help teach you how to network with the one-on-ones, how to work with a business card, how to set up your 60-second. Al, Facebook, LinkedIn, how important?
It's critical. It's something that, again, I guess the way I can use this is that LinkedIn and Facebook have become, it's our generation's yellow pages. And so you're seeing that the yellow page ads aren't working so well anymore. Well, you know why? Here's where they're at. They're on LinkedIn and Facebook.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about that on the next segment. I want to thank Mr. Bob DiTomaso, GetShotByBob for .com for being in here, and we'll be right back.